Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Coleman Stadium here in Edina for tonight's Section 2 Class AA quarterfinal between the Edina Hornets with a record of 10-1-0 and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars, a record of 2-5-4. It is a blustery evening out here, and temperatures dropping quickly as well. Certainly something to watch for as the night goes on. As we mentioned a lot in our first game where the Edina boys beat the Jefferson boys, the wind was a pretty big factor, I think. It's very strong out of the northwest, generally blowing left to right across your screen here. So we get things started. Maddie Darlene toward goal, and it's in! It's a quick start for the Hornets as Haley Reek turns in the rebound, 1-0. That was quick, 54 seconds in. Maddie Darlene from a tight angle just fired it, and it was on goal. Ball just fell right into the middle, and Haley Reek cleaned it up. The senior and Edina off to a quick start. They lead it 1-0. And that was really one of the storylines coming into this game. This Hornet team has been on fire lately in the goal-scoring department. They scored 33 in the regular season, which averages out to 3 a game. But 16 of those came in their final 3 matches of the regular season. That is just a little under half. And they're back on the attack here. It's laid off to Darlene. Darlene, right-footed shot near post. And the save is made by the keeper. That's Kayla Youngworth. So it's a very quick start this evening. Our earlier game went goalless until about, I think, 7 minutes into the second half. But tonight we get a goal in the game's first minute. Haley Reek puts the Hornets on top. Cross up that right side, and it's blocked. It'll be a corner kick. Edina Hornets were the Lake Conference champs in the regular season, going 10-1. They scored 33 and conceded just 4. It's quite a dominant regular season. Darlene has it. She dips the shoulder, cuts inside, tries to square it for Frommelt, and it's cleared out. This Jefferson team didn't win a lot of games, just 2 of 11, but they had 4 draws in there as well. So 2-5-4 the record for the Jaguars. And this is a team that played a lot of low-scoring games this season. They only conceded 12 in 11 games, but only scored 7 themselves. So they were in a lot of low-scoring games and were competitive in a lot of them. So for them to concede here early tonight, it's got to be a little bit of a disappointment. Their shot really at staying in this game for a team that struggles to score was to hold the Hornets off the scoreboard as long as possible, but they didn't hold out for even 60 seconds. Another stat to note. Oh, we'll get back to that. Hornets are on the attack, and that cross goes out of play. Jefferson mentioned they scored or conceded just 12 coming into this one. They did not allow more than 2 goals in any game in the regular season. So that will definitely be something to watch tonight, because this Hornet team, as we said, they have 16 in their previous 3. And they scored more than 2 goals a handful of occasions this season. Here's Reek on the ball. That's a great ball to the back post. Engel. Left-footed shot, pretty easily saved. So Edina definitely forcing the issue early, and that was Mac Miller, up that right side, number 4. It's Mac Miller on the right, Reek on the left, and this one's played toward goal. Liv Jamison will have it. So the attack for the Hornets, Mac Miller on the right, it's Haley Reek on the left, and then Darlene and Frommelt at the top. Ashley Thurk and Annika Eckroth, the midfielders. And then the defenders, Lily Hendrickson is one of the fullbacks. Fullback on the other side is number 20, Dorothy Stotts. And then the center backs tonight, Ella Kashmerzinski. And she is partnered by looks like Ashley Thurk is actually back in center defense tonight. I apologize for that. And that will leave Izzy Engel a little bit higher up the pitch tonight. So here's Stotts on the ball after a quick lineup rundown. Here's Darlene. Darlene cuts in on her right foot, dribbling through traffic. Maddie Darlene. Shot blocked. This one's back to Eckroth. Hendrickson. Up to Mac Miller. There's Thurk. To Stotts. Dorothy Stotts infield. Plays it to Thurk, but it's cut out. Haley Reek up the left now. She has Frommelt on the overlap. Darlene ahead of her. Still Reek with it. The goal scorer for the Hornets. Haley Reek dribbling into the area. Keeps it in momentarily, and that one will be cut out for a corner kick, excuse me. So a corner kick for the Hornets.
Corner kick, Edina.
Hornets doing their familiar set-piece routine. They start at the area, now they'll disperse. They'll take it toward the edge of the area. Here's Eckroth for goal, and that floats just over. We know she can hit them from long range. And Eckroth, effort from long range just over the bar. Here's Thurk on the ball. She turns, plays it back to Cash Brzezinski. And now Dorothy Stotts. Stotts finds Reek. Hits Darlene on the overlap. Maddie Darlene up the left side. Cross with her left. Cleared only as far as Engel. Save back into play and cleared. Good chance for the Hornets, but a good save from Youngworth. She was equal to the task there. Here's Stotts with the throw. Here's Eckroth. Her effort is blocked. Thurkin to play with a head. Now Stotts with it. Picks out Darlene. Darlene to Reek. Reek with a fake shot onto her left foot. Haley Reeks crossed, and it's put over the bar. Leslie Mackmiller arriving at the back post. Just couldn't keep the shot down. But momentum firmly in green to start tonight. There's Engel playing the first ball out of the air. Jefferson controls the second. And that's a turnover in midfield to the dangerous Darlene. She turns, takes a bit of a heavy touch, but the clearance goes straight to Reek. Haley Reek in space. Her right-footed shot is blocked. I think we're seeing some of why the Jaguars had such a solid defense this season. They blocked already 2 or 3 shots from the Hornets. And that just shows they get in good positions. This is a well-coached team defensively for Eric Johnson, the head coach, along with his assistants, Christine Kading, Jeffrey Bunkert, and Kathy Janicki. Izzy Engel up the left. Makes a move, but it's out of play. That header's one out of the air by Engel. Reek's pass is blocked, but now it's Engel up the left. Good defending there, though, by Ella Bloomquist, one of the captains for this Jaguar team. Darlene does well to backtrack and win the ball. Here's Eckroth. She tries to pick out Mackmiller on the far sideline. Still in play. Hendrickson comes to help. And it's thumped out of touch. Throwing for the Hornets. Played just over 10 minutes here. If you joined us a little late, may have missed the opening goal in this one. It was Haley Reek with a tap into a wide open goal. She scored about 56 seconds into this one. And the Hornets have had a few chances since. Hornets look to switch the play here. Here's Haley Reek in a deep spot. She dribbles, and Frommel just lets it run through her feet, but goes out of play. There's Bloomquist. She'll take the throw. Dorothy Stotts wins it back momentarily. Throwing for Jolie Gunn and the Jaguars. Now it's back for Stotts. She plays it to the feet of Reek. Reek with a fancy flick. And she tries to send Darlene up the left touchline. And Darlene will keep it in play. Maddie Darlene whips it across goal. And that's going to be out for a Jefferson throw. I don't know if she'll officially get an assist for it, but Maddie Darlene did sort of create that first goal. She fired from a tight angle to the left of the keeper. It just came right back into the middle. And that's going to be a foul on the Hornets. But Darlene at the center of that goal. She's been at the center of a lot of goals for the Hornets this season. Coming into play tonight, she has 19 of the 33. Now 19 of 34, of course. So number 5 in green has scored over half the goals for this Hornet team. That includes 10 goals in her last 3 games on 3 straight hat tricks. So Maddie Darlene has been sensational in recent weeks for this Hornet team. One of the leading goal scorers in the state. And we got to see 2 of her hat tricks here, in fact, the past couple weeks, when she scored one against Buffalo and then Minnetonka. Finished with a 4-goal performance against Hopkins in the regular season finale. Jefferson into the offensive third here. That one's sent clear. Green shirts swarming there. And the touch is off the Jaguars. So this is the 1-8 matchup in Section 2. The 4-5 Chaska hosting Shakopee tonight. So the winner of this game will take on Chaska or Shakopee in the section semifinals. On the other side of the bracket, we have the 3-seed Chanhassen. They're playing the 6-seed Eden Prairie. And Minnetonka, the Skippers, are the 2-seed. They face 7-seeded Prior Lake. So those are the matchups in the section quarterfinals. Semifinals will be played at the higher seed next Tuesday evening. And then the section final would come a week from tomorrow, Thursday the 22nd, at the high seed. So as long as the Hornets advance, they'll be here at Coolman Field in this section tournament. There's Mac Miller. She's hassled up the right. Try to play it into the middle. Eckroth chips it forward for Mac Miller to chase. Jefferson gets there, though. And they look to play out from the back. That pass is cut out, though. Here's Lily Hendrickson. Hendrickson driving forward. Hendrickson gets a cross off. But the keeper, Youngworth, has it. Reek was the intended target in the middle, but good defending by the Jaguars. Ball's picked out of the air by Izzy Engel. Reek tries the flick. Can she keep it in play? And the Jaguars will make a sub here. Grace Murray, number 5, coming out. And that's number 23, Ruby Studer, coming in. So free kick coming here for the Jaguars. Looks like the captain, Claire Sazama, will take it, number 21. She boots it deep. Headed in the air. Reek takes a shove in the back as she tried to clear it. That's a foul on Jefferson. So it looks like some confusion as to where this free kick was to be taken from. Eckroth will eventually take it toward Darlene. It's cut out nicely, though, but Reek sends it forward. Fromelt's pass to Darlene. Maddie Darlene. Contact, waved off. Didn't see anything too heavy there. Darlene just kind of fell down. Might have been a little bit. Now it's Reek for goal toward the near post. Save Youngworth, corner, kick for the Hornets. As Haley Reek is feeling it a little bit tonight. She got an early goal to build some confidence. That was a good strike from range. Corner for Edina. Engel takes it toward the near post. Frommelt was the runner in there. And that one's just sent out, and Dorothy Stott's got 2 balls thrown at her as she tries to throw it back in. That's quickly remedied, though. Now battling in the corner. And Jefferson manages to get away. It's not cleared far, though. Izzy Engel slashes at it. Mac Miller gets ahead to it. And it's a goal kick. As that one was just falling away a little bit. And the Jaguars will make another sub. This time it's Rachel Hall making way. And looks like Abby Longhenry, number 7, comes in. She's the forward at the top of the formation. And this ball's coming right to Longhenry. So Longhenry using those fresh legs to add some energy, and that's a good close down there by Aya Macled. So the Jaguars look to inject some energy and some pace into this game. They've steadied the ship a little bit since conceding in the first minute of this one. So we're now about halfway through this opening half. Scoreline has remained the same. Hornets lead at 1-0. Frommelt takes a heavy touch. Thrown for the Jaguars. And now it looks like Edina is preparing a substitute. Their first of the game. On the near sideline, Ellen Norman, the junior midfielder, is going to come in. And that's a good ball up the right for Emma Frommelt. She has Darlene racing ahead of her. Frommelt cuts in field. Tries to pick out Darlene. And it's a goal kick. So Hornets will make the sub, and Norman comes in. And Haley Reek, the goal scorer, comes out. She gets a good round of applause. And she put in a really good shift. 20 minutes. She swapped out for Norman, excuse me. And now Norman gets a touch. That's sent up the touch line. Longhenry looked to close it down. Hornets just had to thump it out of play. Jefferson looks to maybe take this throw in quickly, but now they'll settle in a little bit. Get some numbers forward as they look to go up the line. That's Engel. She sends it out of play off a Jaguar. Throw for the Hornets. That one toward Darlene, headed out of play. Here's Stotts. Eckroth for the Hornets. Stotts, a bit of a heavy touch. And she commits the foul, trying to win it back. Good defensive work there by Longhenry, the forward, as she tracks back. So Abby Longhenry, she's been pretty impressive in a few minutes since coming on the pitch for Jefferson. See if she can get forward here and maybe get on the end of this ball. As Sazama will send it deep. Well, that skips over the head of a defender, but Liv Jamison alert. She comes out to get it before any real danger. And now she'll roll it to Stotts up the left. Stotts to Norman. Norman dribbles into space. She has Darlene on the overlap. Finds her. Darlene inside for Frommelt. Bit of a dummy run there. Engel has it. Now it's Darlene. Maddie Darlene going away from goal. She'll pass it over to the left or right. It's Lily Hendrickson. Hendrickson drives one toward goal that's blocked, and a corner kick upcoming. Set play for the Hornets. They're going to take it short. Darlene tries to skip around a defender, but it's really nicely done. But momentarily it's cleared and put behind for another corner by Blomquist. That was Aya Mackled. Some good defending for Bloomington Jefferson. Now a more traditional corner for the Hornets toward the area. And it gets all the way through. Darlene. Here's Stotts. That's floated up toward the back post. But Youngworth commands her area, comes out to get that cross. And she'll boot it away. And now Ellen Norman in some space up the left. She slips through Darlene. Darlene in a wide area. Tries to take it left. It's closed down well. Here's Ellen Norman. To Engel. Engel wins it back in a tight space. Her shot's blocked. Now it's Darlene controlling. Darlene in a tight space. Somehow gets a cross off. But it's blocked and thumped clear. And Cash Brzezinski. Good play under pressure. She gets it off to Stotts. Stotts rolls it back. Passes to Cash Brzezinski, who zips it across. Here's Lily Hendrickson. Hendrickson picks out Mac Miller. Good pressure for the Jaguars. That's Mackled, who's bumped. No foul. Thrown to Eckroth. Eckroth switches fields. Here's the left back, Dorothy Stotts. Stotts in quite a bit of space. As she takes it forward, finds Darlene. Bit of a heavy touch. Still with Darlene. Laid off for Engel. Engel toward goal. And Youngworth with an easy catch above her head. Second ball controlled by the Jaguars. That's forward to Long Henry. Looked for Mackled. Good touch inside. Now thumped up the middle. No nonsense clearance from Cash Brzezinski. Sends Norman up the left. Norman dribbling into space. Tries to find an overlap for Darlene. She keeps it in the corner. Cross is cleared only as far as Stotts. Stotts to Norman. It runs a little heavy for Engel. Mackled cuts it out. And Jefferson looks to build something with a triangle move. They turn it over, though. Here's Lily Hendrickson. Mac Miller on the right. She cuts in. Mac Miller on her left to Frommelt. This is back to the dangerous Eckroth. And her right-footed shot goes well wide. It's not hard to see why the Jaguars have been so stout defensively this season. They're in really good spots to block crosses, to block shots. Just a really well-positioned team. They're not making anything easy for the Hornets. But of course, wouldn't they like to have that one back in the first minute? Be a whole different game right now, I think, if we're still 0-0. I mean, the Hornets have had the better of the play regardless. But if this scoreline's still 0-0, I think the Jaguars probably have a little more hope in this game, but still just a one-goal game and still a long time to go. We have 13 minutes in this first half. Just for a team like Jefferson that scored just 7 in the regular season in 11 regular season games. Going to be tough for them to put a couple past the Hornets, but we know they're going to try. So Maddie Darlene will take a seat here with 12.5 to go. In the first half, that's Gwen Hendrickson. So Gwen and Lily, both on the pitch now, the twins. Cross toward the area, that's headed clear. And played across goal. That one's going to run out of play. Shout out to some student fans out tonight. I think there's a good contingent from both schools. We have some Hornet students down to our left with blankets and jackets and stocking caps on a chilly, brisk October evening. We also have some Jefferson fans down to our right-hand side in the first few rows. So shout out to the students out supporting their classmates here this evening. I suppose it beats the alternative, which is being at home and doing homework. So out enjoying some soccer on a Tuesday evening. We're just happy to have soccer to bring you. And certainly, we didn't know if we would have that just a couple short months ago. Here's Lily Hendrickson up the right, and she couldn't quite keep it in play. It's a goal kick. Down to 11 minutes left in this first half. And here's Ellen Norman. Norman dribbling up the left. Past her defender, and that one will bobble out of play. So goal kick on pause momentarily as two Jaguars drop to a knee to tie the shoes. Now play continues with a goal kick. It's off the head of Norman for the Hornets. Now off the head of Stotts. Takes the Hornets even further back. That's a good pass, though, by Kash Mrzinski. Oh, and a great touch by Engel. Engel driving forward with pace. And her ball for Mac Miller, just a little under hit. That's over the head of Thurk. Eckroth. Clash for it there in midfield. Frommelt. Now the Jaguars. Frommelt gets in the way of that pass. Here's Gwen Hendrickson. Ellen Norman. Norman tries to slip Hendrickson through. It's clear to now Long Henry to chase. But Thurk, nice job. She just outpaced her there. Switch of play to the left now. Dorothy Stotts. She finds Frommelt. Frommelt turns inside on her right. Still Frommelt with it. Lays it off for Eckroth. And she has Hendrickson. Oh, Hendrickson, a good turn inside. Lily Hendrickson. Cross is blocked. And that's offside. So Hendrickson was offside after Mac Miller played it. As the Hornets are going to bring back their two left-sided forwards. It's Haley Reek and Maddie Darlene on the near touchline getting ready to come in. So Reek's been out for about 12 minutes and Darlene even less than that, just 4. Just a quick break for their star, and now Darlene will have some fresh legs to run at the Jaguars here late in the first half. Reek, of course, the goal scorer. As here's Stotts for the Hornets. Cuts back, shoots for it with her right foot, and Youngworth has it at the near post. Let's turn back quickly. Ellen Norman. Norman driving forward. Frommelt out wide now. Emma Frommelt for goal! And it's off the crossbar, I believe. I couldn't tell if the keeper got a touch to it or if it was off the crossbar, but Frommelt almost with a great goal. And Frommelt will come out after that. So Frommelt comes so close to doubling the lead as Reek and Darlene come in. It's Mac Miller also departing. It looks like Haley Reek is back on the left side. Ellen Norman's going to switch over to that right side. So it's Norman on the right, Reek on the left. And Darlene playing as the forward up there. Here's Darlene chasing, and she gets on it. Maddie Darlene around the corner. Darlene, shot blocked. Now Reek, and that's thumped into the midsection of a Jefferson player. That one might have stung a little bit. Stotts with the throw toward the area. A few white shirts there to defend. Here's Stotts again. She turns it back inside. And Thurk plays it outright to Hendrickson. There's Norman back to Hendrickson. It's defended well by the Jaguars in space. Throwing for the Hornets. They go short to Norman, who will keep it in. Cross in the direction of Deline. Is cut out. Here's Eckroth. Just not a lot of space for the Hornets tonight. They're having to earn everything. Here's Norman around the corner, and it's a corner. Corner kick opportunity for Edina. Last touch off the Jaguars. 5:26 remaining in this opening half. They'll take it short. This is towards Thurk. And now Eckroth took a shot, not a lot of power on it. And it's easily cleared by the Jaguar defense. In toward Norman. Another throw for Edina. Here's Hendrickson. Hendrickson goes into the middle. It's Eckroth. Takes a touch, but it's cut out. Here's Mockled trying to get it clear. But now Eckroth into some space. Annika Eckroth up the right. She drives one toward goal over the crossbar. Not too far away, though. From a tight angle. That ball had some dip on it, even from range. So Eckroth has taken a couple hits from range, as she usually does. Probably has the biggest leg on this Hornet team. We saw her score one from 30 or 35 yards out early this season. And here's the goal scorer tonight, Haley Reek. She's up the right, plays it to Darlene. Darlene, left-footed cross. Jaguars have a defender there. It's one back, though. Darlene, shot blocked again. Good clearance by Mockled. Hornets keeping the foot on the gas, though. Dorothy Stotts. She switches play up. That one takes Hendrickson back a little bit. Now it's Izzy Engel. That one misfires. But one back by Engel. Low-driven ball into the box. And it's quickly cleared. Thurk will put it out of play. And the Hornets will drop, throwing for the Jaguars. When Edina has the ball, the Jefferson back four are almost parallel with the goal line and no more than 5 yards off of it. That is how deep they are dropping and how organized they are defensively. It's really impressive to see, and it's certainly not allowing the Hornets to have a lot of space offensively. So it's a good game plan, and I think it's a game plan that will keep the Hornets from scoring bunches and bunches of goals, but will it allow the Jaguars to get one of their own, which is what they will need at some point tonight. They already trail by 1. Either way, though, a stout defensive effort. They've kept the Hornets off the score sheet now for nearly the last 37 minutes. Here's Reek. She finds Darlene in a little bit of space around the corner. And it is a penalty. Maddie Darlene wins a penalty. That's all they needed, was just a little bit of space. And, well, I stand corrected. I apologize. It's not a penalty. It's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Couldn't tell if the referee was pointing to the spot or not. So it's a free kick. Either way, a very dangerous area for this free kick. Izzy Engel takes it. Oh, it's over the wall, but misses the near post. So again, my apologies. Couldn't tell if the referee signaled for a penalty or just a free kick. It was just a free kick. And I think that was the right call as well. It looked like the contact did initiate on the or outside the area. That's how that is distinguished. If it carries over, if the player tumbles into the box, it's wherever the contact started. So I believe that was the right call in that case. Either way, Darlene is on it. She crosses with her left toward the middle. Oh, it's just wide. A slight touch on it. I think that was Gwen Hendrickson. Number 8, yeah, Hendrickson just got the slightest of touches on it. It missed that far post by, I mean, not much, just a couple inches. And we're now inside the final minute of this first half. Engel cuts it out in midfield. Can the Hornets build one more chance in the final 30 seconds? Engel to Darlene, gets it back. Darlene, right foot for goal, and it skips in on Youngworth, who makes the save. One's booted deep toward Macaled. Under 5 to go in the first half. Hendrickson in a wide area. We'll take a touch as the horn sounds. So Edina leads 1-0 at the half on a goal in the first minute from Haley Reek. Jefferson holds strong after that, but we will switch ends in the second half. Edina will have the wind at their backs coming up in the second 40 minutes. So the score is 1-0 as we hit halftime. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with the second half. Edina leads Jefferson 1-0.
You know, the difference maker is just the, you know, the personal interest level we take, where it's just more than a job. We really feel, you know, a passion for serving the clients and really taking care of them. I think the loan officer group we have, you know, it's not about the money, it's about the satisfaction when you're sitting at the closing table with the clients and you've done a good job for them and they're happy, and you know, you see the joy that you bring their families. Helping be a guide for someone when they're going through what quite typically is the largest single investment, you know, someone's going to make in their life, their home. For that trust they place in us, it's really satisfying to, you know, be able to provide that service. And I think that there's a little bit of a oversimplification of what the mortgage process is really all about, and certainly, you know, the ability to close a transaction quickly and with the least amount of brain damage involved, I can appreciate, but there's a tremendous amount of thought that needs to go into the selection of the product itself, and then to be able to sit down with a experienced professional is extremely important to make sure you're making the right choice. And once, you know, we've come to that conclusion that this does make sense and the customer does want to move forward, certainly being able to fast track it and use all the technology available to get to the closing table as fast and as efficiently as possible.
Hockey continues on the mnhockey.tv, and we're proud to bring in the man, Chad Schumacher from Tradition Wealth Management. Chad, you and I have been at this for a couple of years now, and I've been able to watch firsthand with what your organization's been able to do, not only as a wealth management firm, but what you've done in the community, and you're very engaged in it with lots of locations. So can you give us a little bit of a history lesson of where you've been and where this has gone and where it's going?
Yeah, so Tradition Wealth Management, we started in 2003 with a couple different partners that came from large institutions with the dream, and we started in a conference room with one phone between 6 employees. And now in February and Valentine's Day, we'll be 17 years old.
I'd like to have seen what that wrestling match for that one phone looked like between those employees. That must have been something else.
It was good.
So you have locations really spread throughout the Twin Cities. Can you share those locations and strategically how you landed there?
Yep. We've been in Edina since existence, and so this is where our largest operation is. And now we've recently opened up offices in Woodbury, North Oaks, downtown St. Paul by the Tria Center, and out in Wayzata.
And then in terms of employees, what kind of coverage do you have from that respect?
I think we're up to 17 employees right now. We're still looking to grow. We're trying to hire a couple of really experienced teams to help engage with clients going forward.
You guys have been very engaged in the community throughout with lots of initiatives, which has also created some great networking opportunities for those involved. And you've had a lot of things from which to be proud of. Can you touch on some of those things that you as an organization have done?
Well, obviously it starts, we just take care of people. We deliver everything from high net worth strategies all the way to starting people from our 401ks that we work with, just with basic estate planning stuff. So we're really proud with that. We do lead with a comprehensive planning. We try not to turn over all the rocks. We realize every person's has a different set of circumstances, net worth, health issues, you name it. But we try to create a private family office for people who don't have private family offices and help them with all the investment advice that we can give them.
Well, it basically answered my next question of why are you unique, and I'm sure that's pretty much the key thing, right?
Yeah. I'd say, most people hire us. When we're managing assets for people, we're normally managing all the assets that are be able to be managed, and just take their unique set of circumstances and build it to the plan that makes sense for each client we deal with.
We have tons of people out there that watch these games for real, and they all have needs, and I'm sure they're going to want to be able to get a hold of you and your team somehow. I would highly recommend that. What's the best way to reach out to get a hold of you and your team here?
I'd say just call my number. I'd be glad to talk to you and get you in touch with the right person from the right office. My direct line is 952-563-6504.
Chad, thanks a lot. Let's get back at it. Some more hockey action coming up.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Second half underway here at Coolman Field in Edina. Hornets leading at 1-0. As they will have the wind at their backs here in the second half, literally. Very strong wind here on this Wednesday evening. And to give you some context, perhaps in the earlier game of today's doubleheader, Hornets were held to a 0-0 draw at halftime, but scored 4 goals in the second half of the boys' game, going in this same direction. So it was impressive for the Jaguars to hold the Hornets in the first half, but I think they have a tougher test coming here in half number 2 when the Hornets have the wind at their backs. So Darlene, an early effort for her. She puts it into the side net. It's actually pretty similar to the angle that Darlene kind of set up the first goal on tonight. She took a shot from a pretty sharp angle. Keeper just kind of maybe pushed it back into the middle, and Haley Reek had a wide open tap in. That was in the first minute of the first half. And that is the game's only goal as of right now. Chance up the left here. It's shut down pretty quickly by Cash Merzinski. Jaguars do have a throw here. That was Rachel Hall, the senior forward. Thirk wins it back. Green shirts converging, trying to win the ball back. And eventually they will via a throw. Here's Lily Hendrickson. Chested down by Frommelt. She turns inside on her left. That's a good ball for Haley Reek. Reek flicks it. Darlene. Darlene on her right. Darlene. Cross is blocked. And eventually gets to the keeper, Youngworth. Youngworth boots it away. Engel fights and wins the first ball back for the Hornets. Here's Haley Reek. Reek inside for Engel. Engel, good touch. Onto her right. Tries to slip Frommelt through. Cleared momentarily. Lily Hendrickson. Here's Mac Miller. Defender on her back. Eckroth. Slides through Frommelt. Frommelt takes a touch, but it just runs out the end line for a goal kick. Again, we're seeing that same organized block for the Jaguars. It's really 2 blocks of 4 that you'll see if you look for the white shirts. They have their back 4 basically playing on a line that's parallel to the goal line and about at the penalty area. And then they drop even further. So here's a chance to maybe get them before they get organized, although they're dropping back quickly, trying to slip Frommelt there, and Kayla Youngworth has it. So again, Jefferson holding a very steady and stable backline structure that's really tough to break down, as Edina is finding out here. And that will certainly help, them defend against the Hornets, but they're going to need a goal if they want to extend their season. So we'll see how the second half plays out here. Still 36 minutes to go. Lily Hendrickson sends it out of play off a Jaguar. And now she'll take the throw. Hendrickson finds the feet of Frommelt. Frommelt has a little space to turn. Tries to slip it through. It's cleared out the other side. Hornets will have another throw-in. Throwing toward Darlene. And slashed clear again. Annika Eckroth gets some instructions here on the near sideline. She was talking to her head coach, Katie Affett. We'll see if anything happens. As the Hornets have pushed a very high line here. Here's Eckroth. Over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson around the defender. Chance to cross. It's blocked as it's been so many times tonight. And that one's out for a Jefferson throw. But again, the last defender in the Edina back line was 10 yards inside the Jefferson half. So Hornets just have the Jaguars pinned in right now. Here's Wesley Mackmiller. Her right-footed effort is kicked out. And there's Reek. Darlene puts her right foot through it. But it is deflected. And a corner kick for the Hornets. Their first here in the second half. It's Izzy Engel, 9th grader. Over to take it on that far sideline. She stands the corner flag back up as it blew over. I'm sure the referee appreciates that. Here's Engel toward goal. Oh. That had to be pushed out. Corner coming on the other side now. And Engel's going to take that one as well. So Engel with the in-swinging ball there. It might have gone in. I couldn't quite tell from my angle, but certainly was dangerous. This would be an out-swinging ball, so this is where they take it short to Darlene. And Darlene gives it back to Engel. Not enough juice on that pass that was intended for Eckroth, though. Cash Merzinski picks out a good ball to Darlene. Maddie Darlene. And that's going to be another corner. So Darlene toward the near post. It was saved pretty well, but spilled just over the end line to set up what will be another corner. Darlene is not over short this time, so it looks like Engel might send an out-swinging ball with the right foot. Indeed she will. Toward the spot. Headed to the edge of the area. And put wide by Stotts. So Hornets with more pressure to start this second half. It remains a one-goal game. Here's Hendrickson. She tried to find Mac Miller. Momentum taking her toward the sideline and out of play. So it'll be a Jaguar throw, and they will make their first sub here in the second half. Grace Murray comes out. And Murray is replaced by Emma Yates, number 3.
Entering the match for Jefferson, number 3, Emma Yates.
So Jaguars draw a foul there. They'll have a free kick here at about midfield. Here very close to the sideline. It's Claire Sazama to take it. That's toward the edge of the area, but headed out well, and now Frommelt has a chance to chase it down. Hornets are in space here. Frommelt. Pass to Darlene. Darlene dips the shoulder. She's on her right foot. Now cutting back to her left. Darlene back on her right. That's blocked. Darlene has about 4 white shirts around her. She pulls it back. Eckroth. And it's in. Oh, it's in that far post. And Annika Eckroth just drills it. There's the second goal the Hornets wanted. It's Annika Eckroth from long range. Edina doubles their lead with 31 minutes remaining. That one fooled me a little bit because the keeper didn't really go all out, dive for it, or anything like that. I kind of, looked at the keeper's reaction and thought it had to be wide, then maybe thought it got the side netting, but no. It was tucked in the corner for Eckroth. So the senior gets a big goal to double the lead. Now Hendrickson on that near sideline. Jaguars with a throw here.
Scoring for Edina, number 17, Annika Ekroth.
So now Ekroth, the goal scorer on the ball. Inside, now Mac Miller. Bit of a heavy touch, though. That's out on the near sideline. Hornets will have a throw. Half hour remaining in this one. And for a Jefferson team that scored just 7 goals in regular season play, it's going to be tough to come back. I think that ball was actually out, but we'll play on. Now, no one in particular really wanted that ball for the Hornets. Dribbled into the middle. And here's Hendrickson. Lily Hendrickson takes it wide, but a good sliding challenge made there by Aya Macled. Goes for a corner, though.
Corner kick, Edina.
Izzy Engel will take this one. That one's on the ground. Thurk will run over it again. Ekroth. Oh, that one is just wide. That one I know for sure was just wide. As Annika Ekroth made a bid for a second goal. We actually saw them run that exact set play in the first half. It's basically Thurk runs from the edge of the area on a diagonal. She runs over the ball, tries to maybe take some of that defensive attention away, and then Ekroth is the second runner in, and she just takes a shot. I think Ekroth came pretty close to scoring on that in the first half as well. So it's a set play that seems to be working. And now it's a goal kick. And Mac Miller does well to get on that one. Wesley Mac Miller all the way. Crosses. It's still not in. Now it's over the line. And it's a goal. So a crazy sequence in front of goal sees the Hornets score a third. And I couldn't tell who got the first on the initial ball squared in by Mac Miller. That one hit the underside of the crossbar. I actually think that ball was over the line, although it was not called at the time as the goal. I have no idea who will get credit for that goal. I mean, Frommelt was in there. I'm sure Darlene was in there. Maybe Haley Reek. And now some attention for the keeper for Jefferson. There is a discussion going on the near sideline between the referee and the lines person. So the goal was given. Again, I genuinely have no clue who scored. So some applause for the keeper, Kayla Youngworth. Looks like she's going to walk off here, though, as the Jaguars will prepare a substitute. So the Jaguars will make a sub. It's Lily Benson, the junior, coming in between the sticks. Scoreline is now 3-0 in favor of the Hornets with 27:39 remaining. Now the referee is going over to talk to the coach.
Now in net for Bloomington Jefferson, Lily Benson.
Certainly looks like Coach Johnson not happy about the call. I mean, it was a mad scramble in front of goal. I didn't see it perfectly well either. Was blocked out a little bit. So a goal out of a net mouth scramble. But really, it was Wesley Mackmiller who forced the play. She intercepted a pass up this right side and just dribbled with speed past everybody and put a really good cross into the box. Again, I think the first attempt that hit off the underside of the crossbar actually might have been across the line. It looked like there might have been some daylight between the yellow line and the ball, but was not given at that point. It was only given after a bit of a scramble and maybe a couple more kicks at the ball. But either way, it counts. Again, I'm sure Darlene was in there, Frommel, maybe Haley Reek, even Izzy Engel might have been in there. But even if we're not sure about who got the goal, it's been a great team effort. You can say that for the Hornets tonight. Also, this is the first time this season this Jefferson defense has given up 3 goals in a game. They went through the regular season no more than 2 in every single game. So I think that really speaks to both team strengths. I mean, Jefferson's defense has been great tonight, but this Edina attack too much even for them. Mackmiller does well to keep it in play up the right. Another cross from Mackmiller. And a Jefferson defender, probably Sazama, I think just got ahead to it. Here's Darlene. Darlene pressured. It's into Engel. Now Engel will play it back. Dorothy Stotts. Cross toward Mackmiller over the bar. Goal kick. You'd have to say the Jefferson defense has done a pretty good job locking up Maddie Darlene, which if there's a way to slow down Edina, it's to do that. Darlene coming into tonight, 19 goals, over half the output for the Hornets. She had 3 straight hat tricks. And she has not scored tonight, but still this just diverse, talented attack for the Hornets has 3 goals as that is a good save by the keeper, Benson. We have a bit of a line change getting set to come in for the Hornets. Not quite hockey season, but getting close to it with nights like tonight. And 4 substitutes are going to come in for Edina as they look to see out the rest of this game. It's over to Eckroth. Eckroth scored the second goal a little bit earlier in this half. Hendrickson. Here's Haley Reek, and it just runs a little bit out of play. So Emily Kavanaugh, Gwen Hendrickson, Lacey Hauser, and Abby Manhart coming in. And they'll come in right now as the Hornets have a throw. And actually Ellen Norman joins. So 5 subs coming in for Edina. We'll try to keep track of who comes off.
Number 2, Emily Kavanaugh.
Looks like Engel, Stotts,
Gwen Hendrickson. Number 11,
Lily Hendrickson,
Number 16,
Wesley Mackmiller, and Emma Frommelt are out of the game for the Hornets.
18, Abby Manner.
So 5 changes for the Hornets. Again, if this scoreline holds and Edina moves on, they won't play again until next Tuesday night. So plenty of time off. That's not necessarily the consideration, but just getting some fresh legs on the pitch here. Here's Norman. Eckroth. Cross is blocked. Corner kick. We'll see who takes it here. Izzy Engel is off the pitch. She's taken most of the corners tonight for Edina. So instead it's Eckroth. I expect this one to be put in with a little bit of pace from number 17. Cross ball, back post, header, and a goal. Good cross and delivery from Eckroth, and it's headed into the far post. Still trying to get a number. I think it might have been number 19, Abby Mannard. We'll wait for an official announcement. See if the folks next door saw it any better than we did, but either way, 4-0 Hornets, 23 minutes remaining on a set-piece goal. Annika Eckroth adds to her solid evening. She scored earlier in this second half and added added an assist on that corner kick. Here's Darlene on the ball. I think that's going to be a foul on Darlene. It is.
Scoring that last goal for Edina, number 5, Maddie Darlene.
So the PA announces the goal for Darlene. Again, couldn't really tell who it was from our vantage point. But I'm sure the players on the field know who scored it. I mean, of course, and we'll get that into the official stat book. So that's good to see. It looks like Kayla Youngworth, keeper for Jefferson. She's back in the game.
Entering the match for Jefferson, in net, number 0, Kayla Youngworth.
So good to see Youngworth back on the field. Probably just had the wind taken out of her a little bit. But she's back to finish out the game and likely the season for the Jaguars. Here's Darlene across goal. Got in the way of that one. So if, in fact, Darlene did score that one, it was her 20th goal of the season. And she's on the ball again. Darlene, cross blocked. It's another corner.
Corner kick, Edina.
And Eckroth will take it again. So Eckroth's still on the pitch. Eckroth drives it in. Looks like maybe Hauser. And she flared that one wide. Goal kick. 20 minutes remaining in this one. Hornets in front comfortably, 4-0. Reminder, they would be set to face the winner of the Chaska-Shakopee match. That will be next Tuesday night, right back here at Kuhlman Field. There's Thurk. Thurk finds Darlene. Right-footed shot. Wide of the near post. Hornets with it on the edge of the area. Cross into the middle. Oh, and just over the bar. So 2 more subs coming in for the Hornets. Abby Jordan and Tia Benson. They come in. Maddie Darlene and Haley Reek depart.
Entering the match for Edina, number 9, Abby Jordan. And number 12, Tia Benson.
So likely the last we'll see of those 2 dynamic players for the Hornets. Reek and Darlene. They teamed up on the first goal of the evening less than a minute in, and that has really set the tone for this match. Jefferson hasn't really been in it since then offensively. They did hold out well for the remainder of that first half, but the Hornets have put 3 past here in the second half to get us the 4-0 scoreline. This Hornet team continues to just score goals. 20 goals scored in their last 4 matches. That was after they scored 17 in their first 8, I believe. So they were still scoring goals at a really good rate at about 2 a game. But then they really flipped the switch in the last few. 5 goals per game now in the last 4. This team is undoubtedly hitting its stride at the right time. They have also not conceded in that time frame either. So working on maybe a 4th straight shutout as well for the Hornets. Here's Thurk. I think she's played every minute of the match tonight. The freshman has been very impressive, not just tonight, but most of the season. And Jordan closes that one down. Now Hauser, left-footed shot blocked. Closed down by Benson, and that one is lashed wide. Goal kick. So much like we saw earlier, even the backup brigade making some waves and dangerous in attack for the Hornets. Here's Ellen Norman. Norman storms up the left side. Tries to roll around the last defender. Unable to do so. Jefferson clears, at least for a moment. Trying to take it forward. 3 green shirts in the area. And here's Ashley Thurk. Thurk tries to slip through Benson. It's back out to the left. To Thurk on the edge of the area. She loses it but gets it right back. It's out to the left. Out of play. Throw in Jaguars. Here's Eckroth. They'll play it back to the defense. Hauser steps onto it. Thurk. Here's Jordan into the middle. Thurk at full stretch, couldn't quite get to it. Hornets just keeping them in. Almost the entire second half has been played in the Jefferson half of the field. It's over the top, Abby Jordan on it. Just runs a little bit ahead of her. Jefferson's able to get it. Here's Lacey Hauser. Hauser inside. That slashed clear. Ooh, good touch inside, and that's Abby Menard clipped. She goes down. Certainly the Jefferson fans didn't like the call. Looked like Menard was pretty clearly clipped there on the ankle. Now Eckroth, she drives it toward goal. One had some sting on it, but it's corralled by Youngworth. She'll boot it deep. About 13 minutes left in this contest. And that one's going to roll all the way down, and it's a throw-in right in the corner for the Hornets. So this is a chance for the Jaguars to push up here a little bit. And see if they can maybe pin Edina in a little bit. They haven't been in possession hardly at all. But a chance to push some numbers forward here. That's laid off through the legs of the referee, in fact. And now forward for a chance. Shot toward goal, and it goes high. Probably the best chance of the night for the Jaguars. That's put over the bar by Hadley Zosel. And Zosel will be subbed off immediately after that. Hauser battling on the near side for the Hornets. She does well to win it back. And a good pass to Jordan. Just goes out of play, though.
Entering the match for Jefferson, number 11, Rachel Hall.
Well, that's cut out really well by Menard. Edina throw coming here in their offensive third. It's Mannard. And Thurk's touch takes her out of play. Throwing for the Jaguars. And now Tia Benson. Pushing forward, her shot's blocked. Cross, running toward the back post. Now it's Thurk on the ball. Thurk, one stayed in play, in toward the middle, cleared, corner kick. We're under 10 minutes to play here. Edina in all likelihood moving on to the section semifinals next Tuesday night.
Corner kick, Edina.
And here comes the corner. That one floats high in the air. It finally comes down. There's a scramble for it. And Jefferson eventually dribbles away with the ball. Can't quite clear it, though. Hauser. She gets a foot in there. Here's Kavanaugh. Hauser twists it back inside. Here's Tia Benson. Benson. And just running out of room there. Closed down. It's only cleared as far as Mannard. Mannard into a wide area. She cuts back. And Thurk's shot goes wide of the near post. Here's Hauser. She switches the play to the opposite side. Thurk with it in midfield. Good ball out to Hauser. It's knocked away from her momentarily. Now inside for goal and a big save. Great save there by Kayla Youngworth as Emily Kavanaugh put her laces through that one. It's headed toward that far post. Good strike from Kavanaugh, but a good save as well from Youngworth. There's Gwen Hendrickson. That shot's blocked. Cleared only as far as Mannard. And Mannard dribbles up the right. She cuts inside well on her left foot. Tries to bend one toward goal. Keeper comes out but didn't get it. And it's a goal kick. Lucky that was just a little too far out of the range of the attacker there, because the keeper came and didn't get ball or anything like that. Goal kick for Jefferson, 6:45 left. That one's shepherded out of play. Hornets with the throw. That was in the direction of Hendrickson. Jags are able to clear. Try to poke it around the last defender. It is off the Hornets. That left side, little strong. It'll run out of play, goal kick. Jags have a throw in here on the near side. Back over to the Hornets. Here's Mannard. Inside, back outside. Try to find Kavanaugh, but now Thurk dribbles onto it. It's cleared. Here's Eckroth. Still driving forward. Eckroth. And that one's wide. Monica Eckroth did score here in the second half. She scored goal number 2 for the Hornets. They doubled the lead, and goals 3 and 4 came shortly after that. Right now we have a matching scoreline to the game played earlier this afternoon between the Edina boys and the Jefferson boys. That one's on goal. And Youngworth is able to bring it in before the rebound could be tapped home. Here's Mannard to Thurk. Up to Hendrickson. Gwen Hendrickson's touch a little strong. She works hard to get the ball back. Just momentarily, though. That's chipped only as far as Kavanaugh. Here's back to Mannard. Hendrickson tries to lay it off, and it's thumped clear. 2:40 remaining. Mannard takes the throw toward Thurk. I think Jefferson will get the throw here, and they will. And now Lacey Hauser dribbling into space. She picks out a good ball. Here's Tia Benson. That one's cleared. Here's Mannard to Kavanaugh. Out to the left. Hit the overlap there. Thurk waiting on the edge of the area. Ashley Thurk scores 5-0. She's been working hard for that goal, and the bench absolutely loves it. Edina bench to their feet. It's the freshman, Ashley Thurk. She scores the 5th of the night, and Edina is just 90 seconds away from the section semifinals. It's well done by Thurk. She got the ball near the edge of the area, got it onto her right foot, and just calmly really passed it into the bottom right corner.
Number 21, Ashley Turk.
So the bench seemed to really like that one. And good for Ashley Thurk. The first year, she's worked really, really hard all night. She's been on the pitch the entire game, working really hard, and she plays a tough position. She plays that holding midfield role, sitting right above the defense. So that's a lot of trust to put in a young player to be sort of that shield for your back line, and she has excelled this season. She has been really, really good this season, especially tonight as well, and Ashley Thurk gets a goal to put the Hornets up 5-0. She's a great passer of the ball, and honestly, if I were to describe that goal, it looked more like a pass. You know, she just picked her spot in the bottom corner, and keeper really had no chance from there. So Edina is putting the final touches on a 5-0 win. Again, they will play next Tuesday night back here at Kuhlman Field. Time to be determined, so stay tuned for that. Check social media, I'm sure, for those updates, and it will be the winner of the Chaska-Shakopee match that was played tonight. That is who the opponent will be next Tuesday, because Edina is moving on. Hornets win it 5-0 tonight against the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars, who end the season at 2 wins, 6 defeats, and 4 draws. Edina wins. They are 11-1 and moving on to the next round. Final score tonight from Kuhlman Field, Edina 5 and Jefferson 0. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube, and stay tuned for next week's section semifinals. Again, thank you and good night.